So I had to come back on and redo or make a part two to the stream that I started the other day. For whatever reason, it cut off on me. So there was like a whole another 7, 8 minutes of the last live that I did that just did not get saved because I know while I was doing it, my signal went out and came back on, and I thought that I was still recording, but obviously not. So I wanted to come back on and give you the rest of the information about preparing for the new year. So where I left off at is I was talking about my family and their would come from hoodoo conjure traditions of things to do for the new year, like cooking those black eyed peas, which black eyed peas are offering, beans and peas are offering of prosperity. We know that Oya, who is over the ancestral realm, she enjoys, that's one of her favorite offerings, black eyed peas. Actually, I've been hearing her tell me for a couple of days, make us some black eyed peas. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing when I get home is making Oya some black eyed peas and doing some ritual work. The black eyed peas symbolize prosperity. Same thing with the greens. And those being prepared and left as an offering, okay, for the ancestors, an offering for that new year. This is a part of my family's traditions, and I'm sure some of you all have some of your own traditions that your family would do during the new year. And this is just leftover memory, fragments of memories and traditions that we had that, you know, over the years being indoctrinated into other religions like Christianity and Islam and Judaism and what have you, people begin to lose some of these traditions. Although in my family, we held on to them, and hopefully my children will continue to do these things and pass those traditions down to their children. Like my grandbaby, he comes into my house and he plays with all of my grandma's spiritual stuff. So hopefully he's learning too. So let's talk about some of the things that you can do spiritually and that you should do, other than those things that I mentioned from my family, those hoodoo traditions that you should do to honor the new year. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be first clearing the way. Okay, clearing the way, removing debris, removing negative energy, because this is one of the major reasons that the things that people want, whether they're doing spiritual work for it, manifestation work for it, prayer, whatever you're doing, one of the main reasons why the things that you want aren't manifesting is because there's some type of blockage. Okay, and one of the most important things that people can do spiritually is protection and cleansing types of workings, because we pick up stuff even if you don't think that someone's throwing at you magically or spiritually, or you haven't attracted some type of low vibratory force. You know, wear and tear. It's just like a car. When you're in your car, like I'm sitting in my car, you know, we have to do things to maintain the car. You got to keep gas in it. You got to get your oil changed periodically. You know, things break down. You know, there's certain maintenance things that you have to do to keep your car running, because it is based off of energy and it uses energy. And things will tear up. Same thing with you. You have to do things to maintain yourself, okay? A lot of maintenance work. And so doing these things like at the new year, and like I also suggested, with each change of the seasons. So every time a season change, I recommend you doing these type of workings to prepare you for that season, to clear the negative energy and debris, and then to call in the energy that you want. Because each season, the frequency somewhat shifts, somewhat changes, and you want to align with that frequency. But the reason most people aren't aligning with the frequency of that season is because there's energetic blockages. Okay, so first you want to cleanse your house. Okay, and when I say cleanse your house, you want to start with the mundane things. So you're going to declutter, get rid of things that you don't use anymore, old clothes that you don't use, you know, shoes, old toys if you have kids and they're not playing with these old toys, and things that are just taking up space, because that blocks the chi in your home from circulating properly. So go and declutter, get rid of stuff, right? Then after you've decluttered, you want to go in and do your spiritual cleansing. Now, you want to get you some strong cleansing items. I recommend Creolina, okay? Creolina, you can get that on Amazon now. It is a very strong industrial cleaner. The first person that I heard recommend it was Bobby Hemmett. And this cleaner, it's a tar-based cleaner. It's black when you get it. It's like very dark. And you only need the cap full. Put it in your mop water. When you're doing a spiritual cleanse, if you have a multi-layer home, you want to start from the top, from the upstairs, work your way down to the bottom, and you want to start from the back of the room and work your way forward, because you're pushing out. You're pushing out this energy. Okay. So get your creolina. You can also use ammonia. Ammonia is a good one in hoodoo. In hoodoo, ammonia is a very strong spiritual cleanser. Same thing. You want to cleanse your house, wipe down your walls. You can even go through and do some smudging. Sage is okay, but I want to move people away from just using sage, because sage is not going to get rid of dark entities. Okay, now the creolina will kick them out. That ammonia, kick them out. That sage, it might actually, when you got something very negative in your home and you sage, it actually may make the situation worse. So some people be like, oh, that sage, I don't like that. That stuff makes stuff go wrong in my house. No, that's because what you have in your house is stronger than that sage. And basically you just upset and made it mad and went like stuck your finger in its eye. And now it's flaring up things in your house and things in your home, and your life is getting a little chaotic because that entity took that little saging that you did, and it really didn't do anything but upset the energy. Okay, so doing that, you can also add into your mop water essential oils and like things like frankincense. That's going to raise the vibration in your home. Lemon essential oil, lime essential oil. Lime and lemon are good for cleansing as well. The things that I'm suggesting too, you can also add these into your bath water, okay? Because you want to do a bath too. You want to spiritually cleanse the house, mop the floors, wipe down the walls, go in and use your smudging, which I said I didn't get to that yet, but you can do like frankincense would be a good one. Dragon's blood, black copal is another good smudger. When you're going to smudge your home, you're going to open your windows and you're going to follow the same protocol. Top of the house to the bottom of the house, back of the room to the front of the room, pushing the energy out, doing your prayers. So you're going to cleanse all of that stuff out of your house. Then after you've cleansed it out of your house, you want to seal your home. You can get some little white tea light candles, put a little protection oil on it, or maybe like some Van oil. Go into each room, say your like 23rd Psalms basically, or the 91st Psalms, or whatever words of power that you resonate with, to seal each room, and burn that little white candle in each room. After you do that, you're going to take you some kosher salt or some sea salt, and you're going to go outside your house and you're going to create a barrier with that salt. You're going to pour that salt all around your home, saying your words of power or your psalms, and that's going to seal the home. You want to seal the home because whatever you kicked out, you don't want it to come right back in your house. Okay, so that's why you're going to seal it. Outside of that, you want to do your spiritual bath. So I'm going to name off some herbs that you can get. Some of these you have in your house already. I know Bobby Hemmett talks about doing a very strong little cleanser where you take a little bit of bleach, not a lot, y'all, because this is a bath, a little bit of bleach, a little bit of ammonia, some sea salt, and some kosher salt, and take a bath in that. Now, if you're one of those people, you're a purist and you don't want to use industrial cleaners, get you some rue, get you some hyssop, very good. Lemon, lime is also good. How you doing? What else can you add into there? You can put in, what did I say, hyssop, rue. You can add in your 5-finger grass as well, because that's going to help to like move and shift energy, okay? Add in, you can use your eggs. Do an egg cleanse, okay? Egg cleanses are very good too, y'all. So if you don't want to do the bath, you could do an egg cleanse. Add in some sea salt, add in some kosher salt into this bath. Get you some cascarella. Get you a little bit of goat's milk. Add that into your bath, okay? And you want to, when you do your bath, you want to simmer your water first. Now, if you're going to put milk in it, wait till you cool down the bath before you add your milk in it, because otherwise it's going to curdle. But go ahead and warm up your water, add in your herbs. You can also, you can get some soap. There are some soaps that will also work. Van soap, Lye soap is also good for clearing up negative energy. You know, you can be crafty with all of this, but I'm just giving you some suggestions. So after you do your cleansing, you want to do your cleansing for at least 3 days, 3 to 7 days, at least 3 to 7. 3 on the low end, 7 would be really good if you could do it consistently, because you want to really make sure that you're clearing out whatever that is that you have absorbed throughout this season, throughout the year. After you do your cleansings, you can also do like a cleansing ritual where you get you a white figure candle, dress it with those herbs that I mentioned, okay? and then pray over it and light your candle. And that's another form of cleansing. I actually recommend doing both of those. Add in some kind of light, add in some type of fire. Fire is a very powerful cleanser. So doing a fire ceremony of some sort along with your bath is going to be important. After you've done that, you want to go back in and you want to do your road opener ritual. Now, if you feel that you have been, having a lot of negativity, if your candles have been burning black, if there's been a lot of soot, if your candles have been going out, you may need to be uncrossed. You may need to do an uncrossing before you do your road opener. If you're not sure, do some divination first and see how serious is the blockage. If it's not that serious, then you could just do your road opener or like a blockbuster ritual, okay? And I'm telling you to do these things in a specific order for a reason, because order does matter. You don't want to call in energy before you've cleared out energy, okay? Because then what you're calling in is really not going to have a clear space to manifest, okay? So you want to do these things in the order that I'm suggesting that you do them in. After you've done your road opener, your blockbuster work, any uncrossing work that you need to do ritualistically, spiritually, there's actually a herb that you can get for opening roads called Abre Camino. I highly recommend that you get that herb for your road opener ritual. If you don't have that, you can use like ginger, 5-finger grass, a little bit of rue, a little bit of salt would be good to help clear those roads so that you can manifest. After that, you want to do your crown of success, because you want that year, you want 2026 to be a successful year. So do your crown of success working as well. And the one thing that people often forget to do is attraction work. You don't want to chase, you want to attract. So once you've cleared the energy, you want to draw in the things that you want. You want to draw in the prosperity, the good luck, the good health, and different things that you're trying to manifest throughout the year. So don't forget, and this is one of the rituals that people forget the most often, that's the most important when you're trying to manifest things, is attraction work, okay? Do your attraction work as well. And then your prosperity. And don't forget your protection work, y'all. Protection, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Protecting yourself will alleviate a lot of remedial things that you have to do later on to fix problems if you're properly protected, okay? So let me look at my notes. I want to see that I went over everything. Yeah, I just had a couple notes here. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know why the last video didn't show everything that I had to say, but I noticed once I went back to watch it, half of the video was gone. So I'm not going to keep you too long. I just wanted to give you guys the rest of the information. If you need help doing this work, I do have 2 New Year packages that I put out. Usually I only put out 1, but this year I put out 2. One is a mini one. It only has 3 rituals, but it's 3 powerful rituals: the road opener, a cleansing ritual, and a crown of success ritual in the mini one. And then there's a more comprehensive New Year ritual where you get your cleansing ritual, your road opener, your attraction, crown of success, prosperity, and protection work. So it's very comprehensive. Those are packages. If you purchase them in a package, you're going to save at least half by doing that. All right, y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. I want you to enjoy your Monday. Peace.